How do you learn who you really are? It's not found in books, it's found on the battlefield. How do you learn who you really are? It's not found in books, it's found on the battlefield. I want to get started talking about culture and just the way we all look out for each other and how good it is for us to be able to have this morning the guys were even saying they're fairly new, but seeing how you guys interact with the men who are coming in, the way that we're helping guys not jump in the group and trauma dump and go, hey, first let me make sure I'm in the right place, let me have an introduction, and you guys are doing a really good job of setting the men's culture here. But not only that, but you guys lead by example to make sure you're taking care of guys, and we take care of each other. And one of the guys who's been in other groups, he came in today, he was saying, I've been in other groups and they say we got you, but they only have you when they're on the calls. They don't have you when like real life happens. This group does. And he said, I watched what you guys did for that guy in Australia and how Phil helped that guy in Canada. And you guys are looking out for all these guys. And like, man, you guys are really taking care of people. This is a real thing. So yeah, we really do that. So I want to talk about culture because a lot of people are going to say your men's organization, it's a cult. You guys have a cult. And that's usually what people say when they don't have any idea what they're talking about. So how would you know if it's a cult or not? Well, we've got all these different elements of what we do to say, hey, first you challenge leadership, ask questions why, get into like really difficult conversation. There's certain things that we've come up with just over the years of us doing this that make it so like, hey, we've come up with some sayings that were pretty common that come up with us. And I'm going to bring up some of the things that are part of our culture. And I want to hear your guys' point of view because you guys are leadership. You guys are the guys who do the most to help out the guys when they come in, whether it's running groups or helping guys through difficult times, or you've been through it and so you can help them through it. You guys are hell divers and mentors. And so the guys who've been with me for a long time or have experience in these fields of overcoming difficult things, I'd like to hear your points of view. So I'm gonna go down a list of things, and I just want to hear any of you guys bring up your stuff, and I can't wait to see what you have experienced or what your thing is. So, sayings that we say. We always tell everybody we're stronger together. You know, we'll watch Brian do the thing where we do like the Planet of the Apes thing, like we're stronger together. I know that when we help others, you feel good, and when others help you, they feel good. And a lot of guys feel like I don't want to be a burden. I don't want to be a burden. But it's really funny how if you help somebody else, you feel great. But if somebody were to help you, well, I don't want them to feel great, so I can't ask for help. It's like, how come you're the only one allowed to feel great? Guys, what is your experience of when somebody says stronger together, like men are stronger together? What are some of the experiences you guys have? I'd like to hear your 2 cents on like how have we enacted that or the culture of the Warriors way with being stronger together. Popcorn. I'm just kidding. All right, Michael and Jesse. All right, we'll have you guys start us off. Go for it, Michael.
All right. So, I mean, I can go back to when I was going through unit and how the guys in my unit helped build me up and were constantly challenging the doubt I had around my ability to be a father. And without that, I don't think I would have gone as far as I am currently. And like that's a small thing. And then I could also circle back to the things I shared this morning with how I shared some struggles and then I got help. And then I shared the win about how my kids basically told me that didn't want they don't want presents for Christmas. They just want to spend time with dad. And then I got more help. And like, there's just so many things that have happened through this group where the times where I'm feeling down, I have someone fucking making sure I don't stay down and I get back up and I'm up on my feet and going again.
That's pretty great. I think we just saw your kid do a kidnapping.
Probably they're all in there playing now, making supper.
It's a big win just for watching how the evolution is on that one. Good stuff, Michael. Jesse, what do you say?
In Warriors Way, you hear us talk a lot about the four pillars: mind, heart, body, spirit, and that saying "stronger together" it means exactly what it says. We're stronger together in all four facets. I've been helped in ways I didn't even think were possible. I still remember the first day Rick would tell me, just ask," and I'm like, "Why would I ask? This sounds silly. Just ask for help." So I finally, my stubbornness gave in, and I did, and I, yeah, again, I got helped in ways that I couldn't imagine. So it's like, yeah, and every person in this room, extremely capable, extremely formidable, all on our own. We can bang all on our own, no problem. Imagine how much stronger you are with a group of 10, 15, 20, all guys just as strong as you, if not stronger. It's, the definition is right there in the saying, we are stronger together. You surround yourself with strong men, you become a stronger man. So that's what I have to say.
Hell yeah. That's awesome, man. That's good and true. TIE fighter.
It doesn't matter where you came from. I give everybody a minute to let that sink in, but no, it really doesn't matter where you came from. It's just like we talk about all the time. If we've seen it, we've done it, we've been through it, we've gotten other people and guys, all of us in here is seen every fucking aspect of it. Um, every illness, like I'm gonna say most of every illness that we mostly see commonly nowadays. We've all like helped each other through it, and the phrase "I got your six," okay, that doesn't even hold up to a veteran community. That says a lot. Because yeah, when do you got my six? Like when you're not busy, or because like I need somebody now. Like I get there are organizations like that out there. There is, but they also don't connect like we do here. And we pull each other up, and we just bring each other up to par where we need to be, and help each other recognize where we're at with the GPS system.
And that intro.
You like it?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I do better on the fly.
That's
For a white
great.
guy.
Double D.
Yeah. So yeah, I just thought I'd share like a lot of guys have never experienced a group like this. And so I hadn't. Um, and when I came in, I remember Tim was one of the first guys who kind of got in touch with me, ushered me into the group, like being there as a support. And that was a really neat thing where I didn't know Tim. He hit me up. We talked, and then I started to see, okay, this is what this group really is. Like, guys actually got each other's fucking backs. Um, then even once I'd been in the group for a while, I still wasn't asking for help the way that I needed to. And like, I was talking with Phil one day, and I told him, man, I've got this issue with my mortgage, and him and Ty got together on it, and they got me in touch with this dude who helped me clarify everything and get back on track. So it's not just about the warrior training, which is a monumental task that you've taken on, Rick, and that you've conglomerated all of the wisdom of psychology and boiled it down to something where you provide solutions now where other people don't provide those solutions. Not only that, which is just an insane blessing that we're here to be able to access that and have that in our lives, but then it's like the other guys in the group, it's like Phil and Ty, like I was feeling fucking panicky, and all of a sudden like Phil and Ty came up with this guy, and I talked to him, and I'm like, he gave me all this great advice, and I never would have seen that coming. And each of these little things where it's like Tim reaching out to me in the beginning, Phil and Ty being there for me when I was really down. These guys are there for you, and we all strive to be there for each other. And I hope to be there for other guys in that same way. And I think that's what makes this group very special. The training that you provide, Rick, the wisdom that you provide, and the level of support that we provide each other, both of those together make this an extremely unique group. I would be hard pressed that there's anything like this in the entire world. So this group has been an incredible blessing for me. I'm not going anywhere. I'm here for the long haul because this group has changed my life in so many ways. And so I thank you, and I thank all the guys here. So absolutely love you guys, love you, Rick, and just mad props and thanks.
Dude, well said. Hell yeah. We've been through some stuff too. I love it, man. Will Smith.
Um, when we say stronger together, the thing that really sticks out to me the most that I think is incredible is we each have kind of a unique area that we excel in. And I remember when I was going through warrior training, I had D-Day, Phil, and Chris in there. And the three of them are so uniquely gifted and have honed their skills in such a way. And the beauty of it is like Chris, mind side wizard, dude picks it off a mile and a half away, sharp as razor sharp, right? So that when I had issues there, I could say, Chris, I need you to help me peel this apart. And then when I needed spirit side or body side, I can go to D-Day. Hey, like what's going on? And he and I relate in a very specific way. And then there were times where like I just had this like spaghetti knot of just stuff and that Phil helped me process this. I don't know what, and Phil did his thing, right? And the beauty is that they're not the only three that do this. And we can come to each other in each of the ways that we're kind of uniquely gifted, and all of our stats are boosted because of it. So that D-Day's mind side is honed by Chris, and um, because they've helped me with my spirit side, and D-Day is really like I really, hey, body side, what are we doing, right? Where we can take those stats on everybody, and so we're not just uniquely specialized, but we also have all those other things being boosted and we can help each other. It's like we have two guys together and you're up 50%, but then we have like six of us and we're up 300%. And when we say stronger together, the beauty of watching that happen in a support chat when a guy's in crisis and you got a guy who can reach and touch that man's heart. Hey, let's connect. And then the guy says, okay, what solutions are we talking about? Hey, what are we doing? Where's your spirit side? Let's talk about beliefs. All those come together and they form this whole unified solution in such a unique way that, and again, I agree with Drew, I haven't seen anywhere else on this planet. And I've tried other men's groups and it wasn't there. And I think that really encapsulates the idea that that's stronger together, bring your individual strengths, and then we're all boosted because of it.
So good. Hell yeah, Will. All right, Tim.
I was thinking a little bit about this, and the thing you do here, you turn a lot of boys into men. You know, we come in, whatever our stage of life is, many of us are stuck in that mindset, and it takes a village. It really does. There's not one individual man who can really take any sort of credit besides really yourself, since you built it. But there are so many guys who have helped me, and many of them have done it, didn't talk about it. It was just a, hey, I got you. I got you. Between the amount of mine drops and tactical bombs Chris has dropped, the time spent with Phil, like that dude's building me a fucking house, for Christ's sake. I there are a lot of things that everybody has done, and those are just to name a few, but you sponsoring me especially, that act of kindness, being stronger together when I was not in a place to be strong. I don't know if I'd be here without it, man. Truly. And like I said, this is a village of strong, fucking good men. And it takes that to keep it going. And I don't know where many of us would be without it. That's what I got.
It's a good reminder, man. I'll be open with you with how much like I just like care about you guys and take care. I forget about that stuff sometimes, Tim. I forget you like yeah, you were one of the ones that I just pulled in. I was like, we'll just take care of you. And like you forget about that. But yeah, I don't know where you would be. That's if think about that. How many things have we beaten? Like we have killed monsters and demons together. Like where would you be? That's wild, man.
Nowhere good. And I know that this isn't. I'm not alone in that. I know more than half the guys in here feel that way. It's a fucking lighthouse in the middle of the ocean, man.
That's a good call, dude. Yeah, I forget sometimes. Good reminder. Thanks, dude. Yeah. Man. All right. Justin.
Yeah, to me, this hits home so hard with the stronger together thing because I literally, when I came here, was so fucking weak, dude. Like, oh wait, what happened here?
I
Oh, I
turned your
can't see the
video off.
video.
I turned your
Oh, okay.
video off.
Why, man? You don't want to see my beautiful mug, bro? Come on.
Nah, it's just the
Um,
signal was so rough. I wanted everyone to hear you.
oh, okay, it's good stuff. Yeah, better together, eh? But yeah, so when I came in, I was so fucking weak. I let people beat the shit out of me, like literally even my own brother and shit. And I'm I never would have joined jujitsu. That's not a thing I was ever gonna do. So because I was hanging out with you, that became a part of my life, and I literally got stronger physically, and then spiritually. You know, my soul, the authenticity I feel in my fucking soul now, and the connection I have with God, that would not have happened in this way. I mean, fuck knows if I'd even be here right now, let alone have a soul that I love, man. And you know, my heart, like, goddamn, dude, I again couldn't have done it without you. To have it not only be open, but consistently stay open because I have the tools now, because I'm hanging out with you guys, that any judgments or bullshit that comes my way, I don't shut my heart down for it. I can keep it open, you know? So, yeah, and of course the mind side of always, you know, having someone there, whether it's you or it's Chris or it's Phil or it's any of you guys, you know, who can say, hey, dude, did you consider this angle? And I go, oh my God, no, I never would have seen that. That was in my blind spot. And it makes me better, you know? And it makes me want to chase dreams I never would have chased. Stand up for myself in a way I never fucking would have done. So definitely stronger together.
Hell yeah, dude. Man. Something I do forget about how much badass shit we've all done together sometimes. Like we've had a lot of cool stuff. Speaking of done a lot of cool stuff, Coach Chris.
One thing that I wanted to maybe kind of transition over into just a little bit because I really like being able to talk about what it looks like as far as stronger together. But I think it's also important to understand how that actually works because I think a lot of people talk about that, about how we're stronger together. And the general basis of it is, I mean, really, everybody has to pull their own weight. And we make sure that everybody does that in a sense. You know, it's the effort that gets put into each person's growth. I mean, the way I like to put it is I can hand you the wrench, but you got to be the one to turn it yourself. Like that's how men build great things, and not just things like freaking awesome skyscrapers and badass rat rods and shit. No, like this is how we build a legitimate community where guys pull each other up instead of push them into somewhere that they've never been before. It's how guys have each other's back. It's how we can support each other, how we can help each other grow, and most importantly, call each other out on our bullshit whenever we're throwing bullshit around. Like that's what it takes to get guys out of the lone wolf mentality and into the brotherhood mindset. And that's what makes it so much different when we legitimately say that we're stronger together, like those are the reasons why.
Stay with us. We'll be right back.
What's up, Warriors? All right, you guys are listening to this show, and I hope you're loving it. But right now, I need you to know we actually do real deep work psychology. What the Warriors Way mindset is, it's a battlefield philosophy applied to human transformation. Together we rise, and we train our men to be better men every day. There's goodness in you. We want to train you to be undeniably great. And so this isn't branding, this is tactical doctrine to help us so that we train together because our families and this world need strong men again. This is the way. Click the link to join in with our community, start training in our programs today, and I look forward to getting on the battlefield with you. Hell yeah, dude. And we got a couple of things we'll double tap on that and some of the stuff that we do a lot, but very good point. All right, Gary. I wonder if we're gonna get through. I got like 9 of these to go through.
Yeah, so for me, it wasn't I wasn't part of any other groups. I looked out and the Warriors Way and King's Community were the first ones I ever joined. So I spent a decade trying to do self-help books and shit by myself. So being alone in it all was awful. And I can say I felt alone until I did unit training. And then I had people like Joe, Ash, and Grim, Chris, Ty, all running through it with me. It gives me goosebumps even thinking about how alone I felt, especially being married and having family live less than 5 minutes away and still felt completely alone. And I think just the group effort, like just being there to be like, hey, dude, I've been there. I get through that. This is how I did it. That might help you. Or, damn, I see what you're doing there. I'm going to try that. And then having other people do the same shit and it's working for everybody just further solidifies like how badass the shit we do actually is. So that's really how I came with, was basically I was alone and now I'm not. And I probably never will be because I'm probably never going to leave here. I fucking enjoy this shit so much and helping people. It's fucking crazy. Even going into King's Community and trying to help those poor souls that are in there. That's a whole nother battle in itself, but I'm not doing it alone. I got guys that jumped in there and followed me. Tony's in there. G-Mac's in there occasionally. So it's cool. It's awesome having everybody kind of having each other's backs. Because even with 2 older brothers and my parents still doing their thing, I never had unity. Never had something like we have here.
I think it's funny too. You said you lucked out. You're like, you were fucking all alone. You didn't luck out. You were drowning.
I know, but I could have been in some of these other ones that are like, pay me 20 grand. And
Fair enough.
Fucking on your own still.
Fair enough. Fair enough. But Gary, you've done some cool shit. I'm going to transition this together because Nate and Drew, I want you guys to not only go with the stronger together, but I'm going to go to the next thing. Men need men. We say this all the time. Men need men. And so let's mix it together with this where we need guys not only like just as support and work things through, but also to lead by example and that challenge each other to grow part. Like we show up, we sort things out, and we offer a brotherly ear, but the isolation makes weakness and the brotherhood strengthens. And so not only am I here to support, but I'm also here to set the example of like, no, I do what I'm showing you. So men need good examples, but they also have that support system of like, let me work through this problem together. And then we also help each other sort stuff out. So combination is stronger together and men need men. All right, double D.
Yeah, so something that I had neglected to mention before, and it does go along with this. So first of all, this group is a very special group of men who are self-improvement oriented. That is not something that is common at all. And I think most of us who have friends outside the group would agree with this, that we can have friends. We can meet people, we can have good buddies outside the group, but this is a very unique, special group of guys where every single one of us is self-improvement minded, self-improvement focused. And the quality of friendship, the quality of connection that comes with that is different. I've met some of my best friends in this group, and I never would have seen that coming. And it's been very inspiring to me, as like there's other guys out there who want to have my back. I want to have their back. And where we can actually talk frankly with each other, we can be real with each other, and we accept each other for who we are. So that's a very, very special part of this. The other part is the way that you and Andrea have helped us understand about relationships. JR as well has been great with that. That is an incredibly unique, I'll say like unusual access to information to bring all of the pieces of what does a healthy relationship look like, bringing that in and being able to learn from you guys and being able to see examples of it has allowed me to start a relationship where things have gone well from the very beginning. And that is not something I would have been able to do on my own. And so I thank you for that. I thank you for the modeling and the mentorship and the guidance there, because yes, men need men. We need you to show us what you've done that's worked. And then we've got the other guys here talking about it. We can talk about different things, problem solve with each other based on that wisdom that you're giving us about relationships and how to be healthy in them. So there are those two aspects that I wanted to mention, and that is all.
Awesome points, dude. And I appreciate you for recognizing what we did there. That's awesome. And congrats, you and Madeline. So good. So good. All right, Nate, let's go, Red Wolf.
Okay. When I first came in here, House is on Fire for me wasn't just a thing, it was an absolute truth. Relationship was pretty much done at that point. Business was dying, and it did die. And things were burning down around me so fast I didn't know which end was up. And this place became a beacon in the middle of all that. Someplace I knew I could come and I wouldn't be judged, blamed, shamed. I would be loved. I would be appreciated. Something that I had never received before I came here. And first time I met you, Rick, one of the first conversations I ever heard you have, and the one thing I remember from this conversation, and it revolved around how you talk to guys and what they need in your discernment. And you gave an example and looked dead at me when you said it. If I want to have a conversation with Nate, I know with him I would lead with love. And I about lost it right then and there, just sobbing, but I was able to hold it back. This place to me has become more than just a brotherhood. It's chosen family. There's not a single person in this room that I haven't talked to that hasn't helped me in one way or another, hasn't given me that example to follow, hasn't shown me a better perspective or another way to look at a problem, another way to deal with something that's just popped up. And to me, it's an extraordinary place. And there's not another place like this. It's, yeah, you're gonna beat me away with a stick. I mean, men need men is so true because without us depending on one another to have that an example of what to look forward to or what's the next move forward, I honestly don't know where I would be right now. And I'm so thankful for this place. I'm so thankful to you. So thankful to everybody in this room. And I love every single fucking one of you from the bottom of my heart, truly. Y'all mean a lot to me.
That's awesome, Nate. Yeah, it's one of the things I meet where there's different conversations I have with different guys. I can only imagine the first time I met Rick conversations. Because I go so fucking hard sometimes. But yeah, Nate, when I met you, I'm like, you don't need me to go hard. Life's been going hard on you enough. You just need me to love on you so that way you can get built back up again. And some of you guys are that. Like, it just, you're at different things where it's like your heart's broken down or, your mind is twisted the wrong way and your belief systems are messed up or your body is needing to be, you need to be challenged into action. And some of you guys, spirit side, I go very hard, and I push on spirit side. Yeah, it's a pretty good way to bring that up, man. I love you back too. Very proud of you too, because man, the stuff of all you guys have gone through is so impressive. So speaking of impressive, David Day, go ahead and jump in.
Yeah, speaking of push on spirit side, I was talking in the phalanx the other day while you were texting me, and I was like, Rick's going at me. I was like, those bubbles are lasting a long time. So yeah, it was funny, but I don't know. My guess would be that this is unique to this group and the way that we train and the way that we support each other, but the ability for not just the encouragement just to do better and to work hard, but our ability to open our eyes and see things in guys that they just can't see, right? Like they don't know that they have that knack. They don't know that they have that ability. A lot of guys come in here just lost in terms of like, I don't have any meaning. I don't have any purpose. I don't know where I sit in this life. And the guys here are so good about being able to pick stuff out about somebody. They're like, well, man, let me support you and pull you up. But then let's just start talking about, right, a lot of what we talk about is values and our foundation and things of that nature. But man, you're really good at for this. Or man, you have a special knack for this. Like the ability to just pull those things out and help the guys see the places that they can shine in and where they can excel and give them that type of support so they can see a path forward. I think it's really special and unique to this group. I can't think of any other groups I've been in where we're so laser focused on encouraging guys in that type of manner and just letting them know that we believe in you. Granted, we don't know you, but we believe that you have potential just because you showed up, right? I think that speaks a lot to just the core of our community and how probably why we excel so quickly and why we're growing so rapidly.
That's a good awareness and good call. Also, it would be really funny, D-Day, for you and me, because I was reading our text messages. I think it'd be good if like you actually heard me read them because I feel like I text so much more aggressively than I'm speaking.
I totally read them as you like flexing as you're texting.
I'm like,
I know
when I was
know
messaging
better.
you, I should
Yeah.
probably use more emojis in this because I'm just saying, well,
Yeah.
here's the things I disagree with, but it looks like here's why you're wrong, and I'm like,
Yeah,
that's
yeah,
not the
yeah.
way I'm texting you.
Yeah. I do read them that way, but I know you well enough that I know that that's not your intention. It's
Yeah.
funny though. I enjoy the Rick go hard text. I'm like, yeah, baby, full throttle.
Listen, I'll go full warrior. But it's
Yeah,
just things I'm passionate about. But I understand this is why I go with you that way, is because there's elements that like I'm going to go very difficult and very hard at that require even sometimes just you being able to show me that like, well, balance it out in the other direction. And I'm going to challenge very hard because I do believe when it comes to faith and spirit side, us working together as equals makes it so like if we can hit it with a hammer and it can sustain, well, then it's true. But if it
yes,
starts to
sir.
fall apart, well, then there's something wrong. And if something's off, we need to go and investigate. And I like that we can do that.
Yeah, agreed. Yeah, I value it a lot. I get excited about those texts. I think I even texted you. I was like, bro, I'm fired up right now. I love this.
Yeah,
It's good.
but it's a life and death conversation, so I get really passionate
Yeah,
about it too.
agreed.
Very cool. All
Love you,
right,
bro.
love you back, man. All right, speaking of going hard and going in the deep end of the pool, nobody goes into the deep end like Stacks does with me. He'll jump right in the fucking. I'm like, there's sharks in here. He's like, fuck sharks. Just jumps in. So Stacks, go ahead and tell me what you got.
No, I like this one, and I think it's one of the most overlooked but most important parts of the culture that we do here. Because like growing up, I looked for father figures everywhere, and I was surrounded by a lot of men that were not healthy. You know, they were all alcoholics. They were all very out of shape. They were all very broke. They had terrible marriages, and I looked for fathers everywhere that I went, healthy or unhealthy. And when I came to this community was the first time that I actually felt good about the men that I was seeking counsel from. And it wasn't out of obligation. It wasn't out of, I have to do this because my house is on fire or because I'm paying somebody to do it. I can look up and respect these guys because of the culture that we keep in the black box thinking. It's like I can reach out at any point in this community. It's like, hey, if I got a problem with my car, I can call Chris. If I need a business idea, I can call Link. If I need to work out deep work psychology, I call Rick. If I want to go deep spirit side, I call D-Day. If I want to know how to cook something brilliant, I'll call Ramsey. Like if I want to just go to crazy town, like I'll call Phil for 19 hours straight. There is unlimited knowledge and support from every man in this group. And the only reason that I can be dominant male is because of you guys. So I love every one of you.
That's so funny. That's great. All right. I'm gonna jump to Grim and then we'll go to Michael. I'll go get to you in just a second. All right, go ahead, Josh.
So early on when I got here, one of the phrases that stuck out to me was blood of the covenant is thicker than the water in the wound. And I don't think there's a better example on the planet of that in this group because so many of you guys have become family. And family that I never had. So I just want to let you guys know that I love you all and you guys are fucking great because without this, there's a lot of guys out there that wouldn't have this. And that's my 2 cents. And Phil, fuck you. I know I'm a 6. So there.
Josh, I can't wait to feed you, man. Looking forward to you coming visit. Can't wait to have you at my table, bro. Hell yeah. Dude, I feel you on that one. That's good. Blood of the covenant. All right, Michael.
So, like the men need men, we need to have role models on what it looks like. And I have to say that there's bits and pieces I've taken from my interactions with damn near everyone in here that I've incorporated into my Chimera so that I can be a better man than I'd ever known growing up. And like it was a thing that I never realized the impact until I got here because of a lack of the strong males in my life. And after being exposed to good, healthy men, it was a game changer. And just about every way.
Hell yeah, dude. You are who you hang out with, man. And like this last year, you've been radically different. So that's pretty awesome, man. All right. Kieran, right? I've been saying your name wrong for like 2 years.
Yeah, Kieran.
Kieran. I'm like, Kieran. He's like, you're adding an I. There's no I there. Kieran. All right, go for it.
The only memory that pops to mind was reading The Men Need Men. I know I've struggled with my voice, and Joash and Drew, they actively stopped conversation to ask me what I was thinking, my input. So I truly believe men do need men. And if it wasn't for this group, I wouldn't be the person I am now. And I truly love you all. Thank you.
I love when you speak up too, man. Also, you're getting crisp too. You sound like that sounds clear. Sound good. Hell yeah, man. So
I'm getting better at it.
yeah, it's good, dude. It's good. Appreciate you, bro. Love you back.
Love you guys.
So proud of you guys. You guys are great. All right, Will Smith.
So, I want to hit this from two parts. One, just like in a literal sense and in a personal sense. When we talk about the role of men in the world, it's very different than the role of women. And granted, there's a whole lot of things that go in there. But let's just talk about like the household. Science even shows how children chemically respond to fathers in play is different than how they respond to mothers. And it shows that there is a unique role that we have in our homes and in our leadership. And who else to teach that than other men? Who else better to teach that role than men who have succeeded in those areas, who are successful, who are who are fighting the good fight in their homes, fighting for their kids, trying to raise them successfully, leading their wives. Like, who better to teach that than the ones that are doing it? Personally, this is actually the reason I even came to this group. Because I'll never forget, I watched that To Be Better episode where you were sat in with him, and I listened to an hour and a half of you just unpacking all of my dirt, and I was like, has he been watching my life? Did he knows me? Like, what's going on here? And it was just you uncovering the idea behind basically the emasculation of men in society and how like we're being taught that these are the things that you need to do to be agreeable and all the things that I believe were like the right way to handle my life and the right way to handle it and realizing like, oh no, that's why my house is on fire. Like I thought all these things were good and I was taught them with the best of intentions, but not they didn't even realize that they were setting me up for failure and that I was living a very weak, a very pushover life in the sense of happy wife, happy life, not happy spouse, happy house. And that distinction matters. And like I'm still putting out fires, but now I know how to do it because now I'm with men who go, no, 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 no. When she acts like this, you can't either let that happen or you can't just go, okay. Like that's not it. I didn't learn that from the women in my life. I didn't even learn that from most of the men in my life because a lot of them are from the idea of happy wife, happy life. And I'm fortunate enough that my father has grown a lot and actually, indeed, he's actually got to sit in on a conversation with me and him. Like the man is solid, but now it's too late. Like now I have to learn this and I have to walk it and I can learn with him, but I wasn't able to be taught that. And now I'm with a group of men who are successful, who have not only gone through the fire of like, oh wow, like I'm losing my family, I'm losing my kids, what's happening? And then they can go, no, 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 like I I have my kids. And even if I'm not with my spouse, we co-parent and are successfully helping our kids. And I'm able to be with this new person as a man because now I have these boundaries, like things that I didn't even know I sucked at. I couldn't learn that from the women in my life. I needed to learn that from men who were willing to call me on my nice guy BS. And show, no, 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 no. Nice guy's done. Good man. That's what we're here for. And you can only learn that from other good men.
So true. Such an honor to grow with you guys. I love it. All right, let's go ahead and switch topics a little bit. Let's talk about not stuff that we just agree on or we try to work on in a healthy, happy, everybody's wonderful, you can do it. I want to talk about something that it seems like the world will try and push on you with shame or blame or judgment, and we've turned that into a strength. I'm going to go to number 4, number 5 here. I'm going to skip number 3 because we're going to do that in a little bit. Disagreements are good. This is where a lot of you nice guys have struggled too. Disagreeing with each other is a good thing. We're all different. And so iron sharpens iron just as one man sharpens another. And so to challenge is to seek to understand each other, not dominate another person. Disagreement done right, this is a sign of emotional intelligence and respect with each other. Like, I hear you, but I don't agree with you. Even Aristotle said it was one of the highest forms of intelligence is to listen to an idea without having to agree with it. It's like, I hear you. Doesn't mean I have to do anything with it. And so we listen and we connect. And when needed, we'll agree or disagree. But we listen to connect, not to correct. You know, it's about what is right, not who is right. And I'll mix that together with holding the line. Holding the line means we just do what is right, even when it's difficult. The integrity of what we do doesn't flinch. And a lot of people will try to control another person, whether it be through shame or blame or judgment, or it's going to be some element of who is right. Being the kind of men that we are, we'll disagree with each other openly and we'll challenge each other, but not because I'm better than you or right or wrong. It's because if your way is better, show me why. And I think this is better, and it's perspective. But we understand that different perspective doesn't mean power over or better than. We understand it's just a different point of view. And to train to be able to see from another man's point of view is very valuable. And that's one thing I want to honor with you guys is we found that disagreements are good, and holding the line is not an abusive situation. It's not an aggression thing. It's an integrity thing. And the authenticity of what we do is very, very valuable. So what are you guys' thoughts about us having disagreements and holding the line? Stacks.
I love this one, and this intellectual debate is one of my favorite things to do. And I'll give two people a very specific shout out. One is Double D on this. Man, Drew Douglas's ability to just hold his line and die on a hill really, really helped me sharpen my skills in disagreement and in human connection, and being able to walk away from that saying, you know what, like, I think you're absolutely wrong, but I love you. And I learned a lot about myself through this conversation. And then also, like, I'll give Rick a lot of credit on this. Like, how many times do I text you, Rick, and I say, dude, you are frustratingly right. Like, I fucking hate what you just said, but I have looked into this and I have broke it down from every angle that I myself am capable of. And like, I have to change my mind on this. And I need to lean out of my own comfort zone and gain new perspective on this. And it shapes authenticity like nothing else does. Being able to healthily disagree and learning how to hold your line in a good way. Like, this is so crucial to me. And this is the first environment that I've ever been able to do this and it be productive. Like, truest thing ever, man.
There was one time, was it me and you were talking, and you were like, don't you just hate it when he's right? And you feel like you got this, but then you just like, dang it, but I know he's right and I don't want him to be. We were up till 1 a.m. having this conversation. This is so true.
That's actually, it's a funny thing. Like, many times the stuff I teach and observations for behavior, it's not because I like it. No, I'm just like, that does that. But I definitely don't like being right about some of the shit that I'm right about. I'm like, that's not good. I don't like it either.
Well, and I learned a really valuable lesson in this too, especially when you start getting into hard conversations like spiritual or politics or just personal beliefs or whatever it may be. It's like I've found that um, if you're easily offended, you're easily manipulated. So in order to be formidable as a good man, like, be open. Like, you use I think it's the Marcus Aurelius, like, hey, I reserve the right to change my mind with new information. And the more triggered I am on a topic, the more somebody else has the potential to fuck with me with it. Because I'm probably emotionally or unhealthily attached to this belief system, or it probably isn't even mine, and I'm using it out of obligation, and it's not good. Like, this one's powerful.
Fuck yeah, it is. Hell yeah, Ramsey.
I'm going to go with, I think, next to boundaries and borders for me, disagreement and disagreement training, I guess, or conflict resolution. There's the words I'm looking for. Conflict resolution is one of the most important lessons because it's easy to love. Once your heart's open, especially in a relationship, when the bees are buzzing and the birds are singing and you're walking through the flowers and everything's great, but then when you get into a disagreement, you find so much more about yourself and about the other person. And that's where I find, like, communication wise, it's a huge part of the breakdown system when it comes to relationships as well. And that's why I think it's very important that we disagree in here.
Yeah, that's why I really enjoy the conflicts that we have. Like, we're supposed to. I think it's the healthiest thing that guys can do is be good at handling difficult conversations. One thing I like too is how many of you guys have found that being able to handle a difficult conversation with me has made it so a difficult conversation outside of here seems like this easy work? How many of you guys have sparred with me, and after you guys have a few rounds with me, somebody else tries to pull some bullshit on you, and you're like, you're really not that effective at this conversation because I'm used to sparring with Rick. You're really not coming at me that hard. And it's kind of easier when you're used to being able to operate at this level of combat, and then somebody comes in and they start white belting you with some weird manipulations or some gaslighting, and you're like, no, what are you doing? No. And you start swatting those away. There's a formidability of being able to have a disagreeable conversation without being controlled or manipulated. That's why when Jordan was saying that, it's like if you can get offended, then you can be manipulated. And being able to keep your composure and your authenticity while other people are trying to disrupt it, it does show how formidable you are as a person. And that's a man who's worth following. And I love the kind of guys that you guys are, where we can have a very difficult conversation. And sometimes they get a little hot, especially like when you put a couple of eights in the same room. Tim and Nate know, or me and Craig Rogers will go pretty hard at each other. Like, you put a couple people like, no, 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 they're interrupting each other. And at the end of it, you're like, I fucking love that, dude. Good talk. Thanks for that, man. He's like, yeah, you too, man. Good job. Like, it always ends with love, but it's always kind of cool because it's kind of like you get to do that rough and tumble play and then grow from it. So being able to hold the line on your authenticity and being disagreeable, it's a very good thing. A very good thing. Let's go ahead and I want to jump to number 8. Truth can take the pressure. And this is one of the ones that we go pretty hard on, like truth and God, welcome challenge. I say truth and God, they love to be challenged. Because if you're telling the truth and it's something where you're like, I already do know how this works, like, bring it on. Check. Lies and fragile egos, like people, they don't like being checked. They don't like being challenged. So I like the idea of being able to stay like, well, I'd like to be able to show you in exactly what I've done or why I've done it or state my real intention. Ask me an honest question and I'll give you an honest answer. And test my beliefs or really push on my systems that I'm using. You need to. And I find this so valuable. And it just kind of goes hand in hand with if you react with being offended or controlling, odds are you're the problem. Odds are it's you. If you need to be highly defensive instead of open and authentic, that's going to reveal that there's a truth issue here. There's something wrong. And I really enjoy that you guys are able to try and push on each other because I think the truth welcomes the light. Like, put the flashlight on my shit. I'll show you. What's your guys' experience on the culture that we have for a high amount of honesty without being reactive, but being responsive? What do you think, Michael?
I mean, my first thought was the difference in the conversations I have with my ex now, because Stacks nailed it on the head. The more easily you are to get triggered, the more easily you are to get manipulated, and that is exactly what happened in that relationship. Is she found my buttons and was able to push them, and I let her, and all sorts of things were engineered, and because she knew how to get what she wanted out of me. And from our difficult conversations and stuff, I now can hold my line without getting triggered. I can say my piece much more clearly and concisely without getting emotional and wanting to start like stomping and flailing my arms because I was upset about not being heard or respected in different ways. And like the benefits of the disagreements that and the different perspective, like the sharing of perspectives that we have done here has changed how I communicate almost across the board.
That's good too. The reactivity goes away. I love this part of the culture. And I think this is something that like is strongly missing in society today where you see how quickly people get defensive instead of like open, or catching the conversation. Like, why are we doing a control system here? Just ask, and like, let's get clear on what it is we're trying to do. It's a very strong system that we have here where I really do believe that like love, truth, faith, like these things, if authentic, hit it with a hammer, you'll see how strong it is. And that's something that I want my guys to have in every single category: mind, heart, body, spirit. Like each side is so strong that like test the foundation on this thing. I bet you it doesn't fall. And that's something that feels good. We have to push on each other to make sure like, is it real or is it not real? And you guys should be inviting somebody like, hit it with a hammer. Don't tap it. Fucking sledgehammer this thing. See if it holds up. And if it holds up, it's like, damn, you're fucking serious. It's like, told you. And everybody chills out when it's 100% real, authentic, truthful, honest. This helps you have accountability, integrity, and be a good leader. Good leaders get good love. So I love that one. I do. It's so good. Let's go into some W's. One thing I want to honor one of the guys in the group, Noel, codename Neo. He came up with the concept because he would get frustrated at first when people would share their W's, share a win, a W-I-N. They'd share their win. And he's like, I feel like there's something off with this. But then it caught him. And he was like, wait a second. Sharing a win goes along with our happiness training, where the blips in lives are found in nouns and verbs, and being able to catch in the moment you're in the middle of a great experience. Right now, you caught the moment that it's a win right now. And he's like, maybe if you say it this way, it's not spelled W-I-N. It's spelled W-H-E-N. I want to share a win. A moment in my life that was good. I want to share a moment, the blip that I caught that was a victory. And so being able to work very hard to create meaningful moments and then sharing the W's with honor, and it shows the hard work and awareness that you're having on your journey to inspire others. So when we celebrate a win, a W-H-E-N, it's a milestone worth giving away. And I think this is a very cool thing. So what are your thoughts on just the idea? I really enjoy when we say share a win. instead of calling it a victory, calling it an awareness of the moment. What are you guys' thoughts on that one? Because there's like, we agree.
Oh, go.
Go ahead, Ty.
It, the awareness of it is like it really brings. Today I had a win, and let me tell you, was sitting here like, oh man, my kid's going like school and stuff like that. As a father, I started going through all these things. I'm like, I have to do, I have to be like doing this. Unclear thought just now, but at the end of the day, his teacher called me and literally told me that he was reading at a ninth grade level. And so just like that moment right there was a win. Um, I was like, I don't have my fucking thoughts concise here, but I started to do the kind of checks and balances of what I was doing as a father to make sure I was doing things right or to make sure I was getting through to him. And that kind of gave me you're going in the right direction after I received that call because he's reading at a ninth grade level in the sixth grade. I was just like, holy shit. So it was like a really big relief that he jumped 3 grades up. So yeah, and I don't know. It's just that shit where there was the win itself when you discover the definition behind the win and actually do the actions behind the win and actually are aware of what wins are, then they start hitting you in the face randomly when you actually absolutely need it.
Way to go, Ty. Look at you, my guy. Dude, I can feel how proud you are. That's so good, man. That's awesome. That like
Yeah.
any doubts because like you're like, oh man, where he came from and how tough his year was last year, and am I doing this right? I don't know what I'm doing. And you see you creating an environment that makes it so now he's starting to thrive. That means you're doing a good job.
Yeah, and I tell him all the time, I'm like, I don't care about your grades. I just care about if you do the work. Just do, just pass. You know, he likes to do the work. He keeps him busy. He gets A's and B's across the board, except for math. I'm like, as long as you can fucking multiply, divide, add, and subtract, I don't give a fuck. But then me and Phil were going at it today actually about geometry. He was like, well, you need to know geometry. I'm like, he'll fucking learn that at a goddamn job. But that's just how I look at it because he already has a bunch of pressure on him. Why create more?
But look how well it's working. And especially, I know you've worked with Chris, you've worked with me, you've worked on your own style of figuring this thing out. And Jake came from a really tough environment, and you've only had him for like it's not that long being full time at your place. And how quickly you guys have gone through difficult thing. Last year was tough for him. That was a tough year, especially the school thing. And to see
Yeah.
how quickly you're able to just take this kid and turn him into something great off of like a really tough setup. Like, testament to you, man. You're doing
Well,
something
yeah,
right.
and a big shout out to like Phil and Will and anybody who has had interactions with Jake and his education and stuff like that, and especially uh Greg. It's been I didn't know what the fuck I was doing. I didn't have no fucking education, but here I am trying to just get through the fucking. Now I'm just like, Jake, just do your work, just get it done. I know it sucks, but just go through it. And some days we'll go back and forth, but I think on a, on the on the on the other side of that element, we'll go back and forth with him. It teaches him how to go back and forth without going so high or this and that. And sometimes I have to check him like, yo, dude, nah, no. But that's just like and blank. So I'm done.
Well, that's good, dude. You're doing well. You should be very proud of yourself. I think I want to say it in a different way to make it so you should like really hear the way that I mean it.
I just walked in here and I have to say, like, this is so cool to see. And listen, I know all the tutoring and all the work you're doing to, help out your son. But I said to Rick right after you and Fran left of having him here, I'm like, that's a cool kid. Like he is so smart. And you're doing such an awesome job being a dad. And it's not even about the homework. I was sitting there telling Rick, like talking his ear off as you were talking. I'm like, Jake is so smart. Like you can see just the interactions he had with me when he was here, the interactions he had with Rick, and he pays attention. He watches things very closely. And when Rick was talking to him when he was here, he got his attention. He was like alert and really listening in. And so props to you for being just an awesome dad. Like that's so cool to see. And I could see it immediately when he was here. I'm like, Ty's doing an awesome job with this kid. Like he's very, very smart. And in a social setting, like he was very quick and just very smart. So good job. I'm very proud of you. That's so cool to see.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Finger guns.
Okay.
Most awkward thank you in the world.
Pew pew.
Pew pew.
Hell yeah. Good job, Ty. Way to share a win. All right, Stacks.
Yeah, I like this in both forms because when you share a win, a WIN, it helps other guys, find their courage and find their strength and find your calling, right? And then it's inspiring, and that goes into the men need men element, right? And then when you change it and you share the WHEN version, it's that point where where men realize like, oh shit, like I'm stepping into this calling that I've been feeling in my soul and in my heart and in my body. Like that's that moment where it starts to click, and then coming from like the AA world, one thing that I never could accept and I rejected very, very hardly was that concept of powerlessness. I'm like, oh, you're powerless. I'm like, fuck that. There is no powerless man. It just win moment. Like you find it when you step into it, when you find your power. Get the powerless man. That's what I got on that one.
Yeah, there's no powerless man. That's a messed up belief system. You can't choose your choices. Like, yes, you can. Yes, you can. All right, Milner. Saw your camera was goofing up.
Yeah, my telephone died, and that's the camera source. So you just got my voice today for the rest of the night. But I had this little phrase instant transmission into my brain, so check it and we'll see. But it is choosing to be mindful of your blessings is a gift. So give praise and celebrate those gifts, as sharing your win will lead you to your win.
That's why it's called the present. Yeah, it's good.
That's all.
The gifts are all around you. Yeah, go ahead and if you typed it out, put it in the chat. It's pretty good. Pretty awesome. Share a win. The moment, the victory, the examples, and having that humble pride in being able to go like, I've done something that was difficult, and I'm happy about that, and I want to be proud of it, but not egotistical, but just earned. It's earned. And each of us have not only done things that you're proud of yourself for, but we're proud of you for. But that's a building, not a self-worship thing, but just an honor to go like, man, look at the effort you're putting into it and the growth that you've done. It's pretty impressive. Share a win. It's a cool part of our culture. And I want to thank Neo for creating that one. That was pretty good. How about we get into one that you guys see me do for a lot of the new guys? Hey guys, if you want to go faster, what do we need to do?
Slow down.
Scorpion fall.
Hit the brakes with your face, right? If you want to go faster, slow down. And how often do you see guys come in here just pedal to the floor. Just, oh my God, so here's me start with my wife and we're fighting so much. My kids are alone. I've my house on fire. I lost my job. I don't have any money. And you're like, whoa, 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 buddy, what's going on? Slow down. And you see relationships and arguments and things go crazy. And guys are taught to go so fast. A calm, grounded man can command the room. You can slow everybody down. A deep, steady voice brings safety and clarity. We set the pace for peace. If you slow down, we'll get there faster. And oftentimes I have to stop guys in the middle of their stories because you're about to miss your exit. You said you wanted to go there. Maybe we should get off here and not keep driving down this road that you're just slamming on the gas for and totally missing your exit. So this one is it's really good for relationships. It's good for children. It's good across the board. It's good for you. Have you guys been using this and noticed that it's actually helping you just as much as it's helping them? Slow down. Like, okay, let me say it a little slower. It's not insulting. It's a pace for us as well. And it helps everybody slow down quite a bit. This has been very useful when people are struggling with things. So, this is one of the culture things. I really enjoy this one because it just holds true. And we bring people to, like we said, the bottom of the V, that we can get closer together because I can speak slower and lower and have higher connections without having to command or control others. It's just calm down. Let's connect. Let's sort it through. This goes into the way we can disagree and how we grow. Pretty badass. And it also makes it so, like, yeah, some of you guys, like Michael, you had that stutter, and Ty, you would trip over your words real bad. Like, slowing things down has made it so you guys became so much more clear and it's so much more confident. It's really cool to watch how you guys have evolved.
Tyology is a great thing.
Tyology, I like it. All right, you guys, this is one that I learned spirit side, but it's culturally makes a lot of sense. And I talk about the treasures of heaven, and I talk about the areas in life that are worth more than gold. Gary, if you want to double tap that before I transition, but I
Yeah,
want
I kind of noticed even doing the practice of speaking slower and lower. I don't know if everybody else has it. Maybe I'm just crazy, but the voice in my head, like when I'm talking to myself in my mind, has actually slowed down and like process thing at a slower moment. So it's like a whole side effect of like when you slow your output, it also slows your input. So this is a cool thing I recognized over the past couple of weeks.
has it made you processing through things more effective or less effective?
I think it's made me now process more effective. But when I was trying to like full thermostat to 1,000,000 degrees to see how much I could do, how fast I could do it, like 4 to 10, never have a gap of time off. Like in my process was going so fast, my brain was going so fast, and then I kind of just like, all right, hold on, we gotta stop everything here because we're doing way too much is going on, and let's just take a week. It turned out I needed 2 weeks to just be like, and went on vacation to Vegas with some of my boys. It was great. Had a lot of fun. Ended up getting to take my son. But it's helped me process a lot better. And I even have friends who like tried to argue with me. And I'm like, bro, I don't know why you're talking to me right now. Like, either take it somewhere else or like come back with a different approach. So it was kind of cool, little aspect. But yeah, it's helped me process a lot better.
Pretty badass. And it works. It works.
Just why are you talking right now?
Yeah. No. Try
I
again.
almost said that to my buddy Pat, but he wouldn't have understood it, and that I had to explain the analogy. It's too much work, man. He's caught up in his own shit. He's about to have a baby, and he doesn't realize he's an asshole, but he'll figure it out eventually.
The kid will let him know. Wait till he's 13. You're a fucking asshole, Dad. I'm like, hello, we know. Should have just taken the Chris Miller class. What's wrong with you, Dad? All right, let's go to treasures. I want to talk about things that matter. There's a lot of things in this world right now that talk about a high value man. You guys ever heard that shit? I remember I put it into like one of these AI systems, like, what's a high value man? And you see all this superficial bullshit. All the stuff about money or status or power or fame or some shit. That's stuff like depreciating assets make you valuable, wearing a name brand or having a certain car. It's like, no, it fucking doesn't. None of that stuff matters. A good man doesn't give a shit about that stuff. And so, what I want to point out to you guys is stuff that value, like, really matters. Like, I found the higher frequencies come from love or faith, things that if you give it, it multiplies. Hope, laughter, connection, peace, nurture, safety, trust, confidence, time. These things that if you raise the quality of these things or you share or you give these things, they multiply and you have more. If you're operating with purpose or you're doing things for family and people who you really care about, things that matter more is freedom. You cannot do shit without freedom. You know, we've got choice, which is the power of being able to see awareness and do what we're doing, dignity, belonging, honor, peace of mind, rest. Don't underestimate rest, self respect, your health, forgiveness, courage. These things are powerful, powerful things, but they're not financial. And what I found is, even with finances and all of these things, if you have a mindset of giving just to give, without expectation, without covert contracts. I give just to give. Those guys get it. They are returned spiritually. Somehow it comes back in one of these other currencies or in some other way. Things get improved dramatically. But the takers, the guys who give to get, the takers, man, do they struggle because they do not get it. And they don't get it with whatever they're trying to get, and they don't get it. They don't understand it. It's not working. You can't trick people into love. You can't trick people into faith. You can't fake truth. You can't fake trust. You can't fake authenticity. You can't fake quality time. You're either doing it or you're not doing it. And being able to be a person who gives, it really comes back. So giving should be a blessing. It's not transactional. So things that get in the way of it, like pride and greed, control, resentment, manipulation, they corrupt the gift. They corrupt the giving. So loving kindness, they multiply when given just to give. You guys have heard me say this. Some of you know where it came from. I didn't make that up. I think it's actually one of the spiritual technology laws of the universe. There's a guy in the Bible. His name was Jesus. I don't know if you ever heard of him, but he talked about this. He said, don't let your right hand know what your left hand is doing. Like, just you give it, but you don't post about it. You don't brag about it. You don't make it all about you. And there's value to that. What have you guys been noticing about doing this? How many of you guys have put this into practice and realized that if I give just to give, that feels good for me, it feels good for them, and then somehow I get taken care of without asking, without expecting. It just comes. Go ahead. Michael, what do you got?
I mean, that I've been sharing that all day today is that, like, I do my best to give my experience and my perspective to try and help the other guys because that's what I can do right now. And like this month, I've had to beg and borrow in order to get by for the first 2 weeks. And because like I'm being blessed with other people helping me help me do things that I wouldn't be able to do financially right now. And I feel like it comes from the service that gets put in. And I never expected any of the guys to send me anything. I shared a struggle and I shared a win. And because I did those things, I had more blessings come my way. And yeah, like,
yeah, you feel it, don't you? Yeah, you had to stop yourself. You could feel it coming up, didn't you?
yeah, I can't think about that stuff without having like feeling like I'm the Grinch when he learned his lesson, having my heart fucking grow in my chest. So
What a good feeling, man. Now that's a win. It's so good. Hell yeah, Michael. That's good. Ty.
I think giving just to give without any expectations from it, it's just more rewarding than expecting something from it. Like if I give my time, if I give my knowledge, if I give anything, you know, up for, one of the guys in here or one of this, anybody, I don't expect anything to come back. I don't, because I'm choosing to do it for whoever it is for because they need it and they don't have it. And if I have it, I give it.
Such a good point. I think this is also a defining factor between like the nice boys and the bad boys and good men. Like this is such a solid measurement tool of like a good man. Is because men are givers, boys are takers, and the bad boys, they do things because they want what they want. The nice boys will do things for others with a covert contract expectation that they'll get what they want, but they're both with a taking mindset. But a good man can give to give without the expectation. And so I think this is a maturity element of being a good man, whether it's bad boys or nice boys. Helps you become a good man. So both sides, I think both camps are failing in this one until you mature into a good man. And this is a very good measurement tool if that's a good man because men give. We're givers. And we gather abundance so we have more to give. And that's why I would love you all to be very successful in every category. Health, wealth, money, love, relationships, balance in your life, mind, heart, body, spirit, and purpose, and being able to build your dream and work on your thing, and being able to have the ability to give more to others helps it so that you'll receive more just because that's how I think this law works. And I think it's a universal or spiritual law the way this one works. But as soon as you make it public that you're like, look at me, look what I do. I give the most. Look what I do. As soon as you do that, the likes you get from that post, that's your payment. You'll get your reward. That's your reward then. You don't want it to come back to you tenfold. You just wanted the likes and the claps from strangers. Then you got your reward. You were already paid then. But if you do not make it public and make it about you, if you aren't prideful or egotistical, if it's not about you, it comes back 3 to 10-fold. You'll get it in all these other ways, not from that source, from some source you did not see coming. And it's been pretty universal that it works like that.
Even if it's a Spartan kick.
Yeah.
Tim. Werewolf.
All right, Gary, go ahead.
Yeah, so this is one that has kind of brought some awareness to me that I try to put on this thing that like I'm perfect even though nobody's perfect. And I don't like to show my flaws. And as a fucking people pleaser and a nice guy that I was, man, I used to give, and I started writing down why, like now, if somebody asks me for something, I'll take like 5, 10, 15 minutes. Think about why I'm going to do this for you. And if it's because I have any expectation of something in return, I'll just say no. I'm not going to do that for you. And it's led me to have some conversations with people like, what, dude? Come on, you could do this. And I'm like, no, I can't because I'm doing it for a reason that's not just to help you out. So I've started giving less actually, instead of trying to do everything everybody always asks me and try to manipulate people to try to do things like covert contract shit.
That's good.
It's quite an interesting thing that it's brought.
Yeah, if you catch the nefarious part of it, the part that's trying to manipulate, that's not good. But also the healthy version of it is, well, can you charge appropriately to make it so that it's a fair transaction? To go like, well, happy to do that, but this would be the exchange that would make it feel even. Does that make sense? Where it gets into a fairness element, where like in name a product, they have an idea of, well, this is what we believe is a fair price for this, and to say like, well, I don't want to buy that product at a fair price because I plan on using it more than what I paid for it. It's like, what does that mean? Like, no, pay as you'd want to be paid or whatever it is. So if somebody wants your help, you go, yeah, I'm happy to do that, but that wouldn't be a free service. To make it so that that's a balanced thing, I would need some sort of appreciation in the form of a compensation for this. That'd be fair. And if you don't think that's fair, I'd rather decline the offer because I would still always have a resentment or an expectation that it wasn't fair the way that we did that.
I never thought about it like that.
Yeah, so there's a healthy version of this. That's why all services have like some sort of money is really just an awareness of appreciation or some way to exchange like some sort of a gratitude for a product or a service. And so if I needed your help with something, but it was really is a skill that you have that I don't have, and it's an ability that I don't have the means to duplicate, or I couldn't do it without you. There's value there. And you choose whether like I just want to donate this or like that would be really inconvenient and others can't do this. So there would be a exchange of appreciation for that financially to say like, hey, that can support the time and skills that I'm bringing to the table for you.
I like that.
And then that would just turn into agreement. If they're like, no, I don't want to do that, then you don't have to tell them no. You can simply say, it looks like that wouldn't be a match for us to be squared up with each other.
Yeah. I think it goes to kind of what we were talking about earlier today, where I think it might have been in Chris's feelings where we're talking about being afraid to have that difficult conversation because of an argument. And maybe I'm also agreeing just to help because I don't want to have that difficult conversation.
But that goes into the being disagreeable. It's a negative thing. It's like, well, I don't agree. It doesn't mean I hate you. I just don't see it that way. You know, it's kind of like, I think it's right if you give me your house. And you're like, well, I don't think that's right at all. So I disagree with you. I'm not giving you my house. I don't agree. Well, I want it. I'm like, I hear you. And I can acknowledge that you want it. And I see that you really do. I understand. I comprehend you really want something. But I don't agree with you. So, no. And that's my complete sentence about it. Doesn't mean I hate you. I'm just not going to give you my house because you want it.
Yeah, got it.
So, but if you want to take that mortgage out, bro, it's a seller's market right now. Listen, if you want to go ahead and it's going to be a little more expensive, but if you want it for that, I'll sell it to you. Just know it's about 50K higher than the normal rate for it. Oh, you don't want to do that? You don't want to pay for it?
No, we're good.
We're good. Don't
I'm
worry.
waiting for it to crash again.
It will soon. It's on the horizon. All right, Will Smith.
So we were, excuse me, we were actually talking about this last night a little bit in Bible study, the idea of like healthy giving and like what it means, because there's a lot of church hurt around just the idea of like tithes and how that's taught and the expectation around that. And we're talking about like what does giving actually look like, whether it's money or time. And there's an example I always love to bring up because there's a guy around here. I don't know if any of y'all have heard of him, but in Texas there's a guy named Mattress Max who owns a company called Gallery Furniture. And the reason why I bring him up, when Hurricane came through Houston and just flooded it, I mean, just large destruction, lots of deaths, you see two main figures emerge, one good and one not good. Joel Osteen and Mattress Max. Joel Osteen got a ton of flack because he's got this mega church, and he locked those doors. Like, they were kicking people out of the parking lot. It was horrible. Mattress Max was like, I got this massive warehouse at furniture store, have beds everywhere. Come sleep. He didn't no charge me that he said I can replace all this. He came in. This guy is known to do this repeatedly. And actually, yeah, yes, Jordan, I agree. And when you look at this guy, I've had the pleasure of actually getting to meet him, and when he gives, there's not even a second thought. Hey, oh, hey, you need this? Cool, I got you. He doesn't do that, but because of that, it has brought him more business because people go, I know that he's not going to take me for everything I'm worth. There's a honesty feel, right? So like that when you talk about when you give and it opens up that pathway, that cycling of resources, and he said it's not about the money, it's about the value. And this is a guy who spent years in prison, started from selling stuff in the parking lot to now being one of the largest like Fortune 500 furniture stores in the United States. And he is not known because he got millions. He's not known. He's known because he gave. Everybody knows it. Everybody was like that guy. And he says he follows Jesus. This what giving looks like? And this conversation, like you should like, I encourage you look him up. That really exemplifies this idea of not giving to get, just giving to give.
I found the same thing, man. Mattress Max. I do the same thing. And you guys know a lot more behind the scenes than most people know. You guys know that every month, like I give. Like there's guys in here who like I just give to give. Like you know you couldn't have afforded that thing. And I'm like, I give it because I think you're worth giving it to, but I know you guys give back in other ways. Not always finances, but they'll give with time or expertise or energy or love, loyalty. You guys give in other ways, and I never bring it up. I'm like, nope, it's worth it to me. That's where I'd rather have that than the money. Like, and I would. And you guys see with these new guys, I'll tell you right now, these guys are coming in. These guys are last leg before I ever meet them. They can't afford it. They can't. Not because they're bad people, because they just weren't trained to make good choices. They didn't know better. And so, like, everybody here's got the potential to earn. You just didn't know the right way to do it to make it so it's yours. And so, being able to help somebody up until they're doing that thing, I believe, and again, I'm taking a high risk with the integrity system that I'm using for my business. I take a high risk. I tithe. It's got to be. It's somewhere close to 10K a month. It's got to be. Like, because we just take care of it. We always have a skin the game guy in these groups. Chris Miller and I would talk about which guys we just pay for. We just take care of them. Like, guys have gotten discounts across the board. Just like, I can't afford it. I can't afford it. I'm like, what can you do? What's a high amount for you? And they figure it out. And so I think there's an element of making sure we tithe to people who need it. But I'm banking on at some point, I believe that the integrity element of people going, I finally got on my feet. I've got the money. I'm going to pay you what I think it's worth. I'll pay you what I fucking think it's worth. I'll be like, cool. When we get to that point, it sounds good. Odds are we're probably going to just help some other guy anyways, but we'll figure it out. You know, we're going to probably figure it out together. And I think the pay it forward element of it is very powerful, but you can't make it about you. You have to just do that to do that. And I think you're going to get paid tenfold. And it does seem to come that way. So I try to lead by example and then show you guys how it works. But it's very rare you guys are going to see me complain about money when it's like it's a necessary evil, but I fucking hate it. I wish we didn't need it. But it's a needed thing, and that's why I say it's for appreciation or value exchange. It's just to go like, I value this, but it's not a real thing. It's a social currency. So it's something that we've created to make it so that we can go, well, I appreciate you this much, or I think it's worth this much. And that system is getting very quickly fucked up. So we're gonna see what we can do the next few years on this, but that's a different conversation. All right, GMAC.
First time listener, first time caller. Anyways, I just wanted to kind of share, hopefully the new guys will understand this, but it's really, I think this encompasses everything you're talking about. Because it just kind of hit me when you were started off and everybody's kind of sharing. Like the thing that sets this place apart from all other groups is really one thing. We have the 4 pillars, right? Awareness, accountability, and acceptance. But I think authenticity is the number one thing that sets this group apart. As a recovering nice boy, like there's no more mask, no more walls, no more excuses, no more weakness, and no more like basing ourselves on external forces or destroying others that want to love you necessarily, but because they got too close, you kind of blow it up on the bad guy side, right? The bad boy side. Um, like you can edit this part out if you like, but I thought something very clear about nice guys. We wear masks and we swap them to distract people as they get close to us, including ourselves. And then the difference on the side with bad boys, they build walls and they stand there with a sledgehammer. And if somebody slips by, they just destroy it, burn it down, and leave, right? I thought that was interesting when I look at it because we both do similar things, just in a very different way. But as guys come in here, like most of us, bad or good or nice or whatever, we come in and we don't know ourselves at all. Like we really don't, because nobody taught us that. And when you get here, like knowing our authentic self is the key. It's what allows us to love ourselves. Because if you don't know yourself, you can't love yourself. It allows us to love our packs and change the world, really. Like that's been something that's been a big deal going on in my head the last month or so. Like this shit really changes the world. Because everything that comes out of us and from us and our kids and everything else will carry on, and that's huge. But it all fails if authenticity isn't the foundation. Like we'll push you here. I've been pushed here like beyond my limits. We'll push you beyond the limits. We'll challenge everything you think you are and you think you know. Because you generally don't know what you think you know and you aren't what you think you are. We'll direct you to the root of everything, which is your beliefs. And it's to find your authentic self. And as long as you are able to accept you are not your authentic self and you're just avoid dancing, then this is when the work will really begin. I know that's how it was for me until I could look at myself and see who I wasn't and versus what I thought I was. I couldn't really move. But we'll always outstretch our hand to lift you up as long as you're willing to not quit. Like that's like so many guys here could have like like Stack shared earlier, like could have just said, fuck this. I'm so sick of listening to this bullshit. Couldn't get out of my own way. Was hearing you, but wasn't like absorbing it and wasn't able to do anything with it because I knew so much shit, right? Like I had it all figured out, but it wasn't fucking working. So that makes a lot of sense. But like what we do here is we become the fathers that we needed, the fathers that our kids need. We become the spouses that our partners needed. In some of our cases, it is needed at this point, which is not a bad thing. Like we fucked that up. Yeah, put a bow on it, accept it, move on, and be okay. You can do better going forward. That's the bottom line. But we're becoming the men that the world really needs. And it's who we were designed to be originally. I mean, shit got fucked up and broken, but that's what this does is repair that and give us a chance to do what we should have done to begin with. Like this isn't just a place you come get a program, pay for it, go through program, and be on your merry way. Like I think it's really cool to think about how y'all described how the community actually kind of organically came about. Like that is what makes this place different. Yes, there's a program that is critical for moving as fast as possible. I mean, it has revolutionized my life. That's the way I would say it. I don't, change is too simple of a word, but like that's what we do here. I'm honored to be a part of it. I'm honored to be one of the guys who was sponsored and benefited from that. But it wasn't because I just trauma dumped myself to death to where y'all were so sick of hearing me. You're like, here, man, just fucking do this. It was, I had to get to my own shit, look at my own shit, and start doing the work with what I had. And you guys do give. I mean, it could be argued to give way too much. The more I learn, the more I see, but I'm grateful that you guys do what you do in general. And I think that the more men become authentically themselves, that quote unquote pay it forward, pay it back. I mean, it feels like an internal inherent thing that we want to do as authentic men because we are givers. Like, if I could give you $1 million, I know that $1 million wouldn't just sit in a bank account doing whatever. It would just further this and help more men and do those things. And maybe one day I could do that. And I would have like not a thought. It wouldn't take, but like, hey, if I got it, here you go. Like, let's do it. Because it has changed my life that much. So yeah, I don't know. I just you gotta fucking stick it out. Take the ass kickings because the ass kickings are only coming because you aren't fucking listening and you aren't seeing it. And it's just like we gotta get out our own way. And it's hard. I know we come in beat up. We do. And like you said, we're all fucked up when we get here. So I don't know, man. Just when I see guys come in, my heart goes out to them because I know what it's like to be on that side, and I just hope that they stick it out. So seek your authentic self, and you'll find it.
Good. That's why I'm glad you're here to lead by example because, like, again, when you came in and we talked about this before this call about like the pride, and like you're like, give me the example, give me an example. I'm like, do you remember who I used to argue with? That's the example. Like you thought you were so right. Why wouldn't you just do what is right? And you had not your way. And now you're out of your way and looking at like not needing to control all the external forces and going, no, I can be proud of myself for making a good choice without having to control everything and being right. Yeah, it's pretty powerful, man. I'm looking forward to you leading by example because a lot of these guys are coming in with the stuff that you used to do, and you can go, hey, 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 I did it too. I got you.
Yeah, I didn't think it would work out, but the code name is very fitting.
Yeah, it's funny though. Listen, sometimes our face plants end up being our code names. It's true. All right, Chris, go ahead.
I feel brotherly with Stacks.
It's true. Listen, Squirrel's in there with you too. So listen, sometimes our stuff gets us. Go for it, Chris.
So one thing that I would like to bring up first off, I had to put on the awesome hat for you guys just so you can bask in the glory of it. It's very great. I love it. It goes well with the beard. But in all seriousness, one thing I really want to point out is how awesome it is that we all pull each other up and also push each other to be better than we thought that we possibly could. A great example of this, simply put, is how many times have we changed warrior training to begin with? Like nothing is off the table as far as challenge everything. We all continue to learn and grow from each other. And even just, I say it all the time to Rick, kind of in a joking, funny manner, but really I blame every single one of you guys, not just Rick, but every one of you guys in this room for turning my dreamer back on. Because like going through and seeing every one of you guys go through and start at the very bottom and go through warrior training and hit that final battle and just, demolish it, right? Like, how could you not go through something like that and just get a real awesome sense of like, yeah, that's my fucking dude, right? Like every one of us is growing in here and it just pushes everybody else to just be that 1% better each and every day. And it's one of those things that, of course, we don't do blame, shame, or judgment in here, but I gotta be honest, I'm gonna blame every one of you guys for that till the day I die.
I blame you for turning my dreamer on. That's good. That's awesome. Milner.
Can we just take a second and look at GMAC and who he is now versus who he is when he came in? That's another man entirely, man. I want to dap you up, bro.
Hell yeah. Everybody in here is like that. There's not a guy in this room who's not like that. And oftentimes I appreciate you guys reminding me because I'm so focused on just pulling guys out of hell. Sometimes you forget how many guys are standing next to you doing the same thing. Like I'm like, all right, I got you out of hell. And you're like, fuck. Like I talked to a guy yesterday, Ramsey. I told a guy yesterday, he came in, he's like, I'm in this fuck situation. I'm like, Jordan Ramsey's your guy. That's who you're gonna want to talk to. Now do not disrespect this man. Don't think that just because you come in here, he works for free for you. but understand that there's a guy in here who has the means of what you're doing. And like there's stuff like this where sometimes we're doing this so much, the culture that we have and the way we look out for each other and the things that we do. Sometimes we get so caught in doing like, let's get another one, let's get that guy out, that guy's fucking drowning, let's get him out. We're all pulling guys out of the fucking muck, and you forget you're standing next to just a line full of badasses who are able to do it. You're like, fuck yeah, dude. Yeah, you guys used to be in the muck. I used to be in the muck, and now we pull people out of the muck. It's like, fuck, that's amazing. That's amazing. And I appreciate when you guys remind me, like, I don't know where I'd be without you guys. Like, yeah, I forgot about that too, because you guys were fucked. A lot of you guys were fucked. You're like, fucked. I'm fucked. And now you guys are able to pull guys out of that because you know what it feels like. You know what that is. I know what it feels like. And you see these guys who are like, I'm drowning. You're like, I used to drown too. Let me show you how to swim better. Here, take the life jacket, put it on. And it's pretty amazing when we get to have these times together and go, look at how far we've all grown, and look how much this entire community is growing, and look at how much of a difference that what you guys are doing is going to just ripple out. And I think no different than the conversations you guys have with me. I can't wait for just so many people having that with you. Like, dude, I wouldn't be here if it wasn't for you. You're like, I didn't even consider how much of an impact I'm having on people. That's for everybody in here. You're all going to sit there and go, I didn't even consider it. Like Phil or you guys yesterday helping out Stuart, like all the stuff you guys are doing yesterday, like that'll ripple out. That's across the world, guys. You guys, that's the other side of the planet. You guys are helping somebody. Kieran, like you guys are on the other side of the planet. You guys are on the side of making an impact. It's going out. And it's going to be just these bombs that go off around you guys that just make people's lives better. You guys will be remembered. We're going to leave a dent in the universe. And together we're stronger. Pretty fucking cool. All right. Pretty awesome. Let's go ahead and shut this thing down. Ty, go ahead and give us your closing thoughts and then do the thing.
Yeah, so I'm just gonna tag on to that. It's like we have guys all across the world, from Germany to like where Kieran lives and all this other dude, like it's amazing. It's amazing. We're reaching like this whole thing is reaching around the world. And it's going to create world peace. Maybe. No, it's just really amazing how like it's reaching guys across the world, and they're coming in. And I'm just like, you're from Germany? Oh yeah, and then they could actually roll with us, and then hang out with us and the guys in our whatever we got fucking going on with me and Phil. So, but there's really no other word. Then it's pretty cool to fucking meet guys across the fucking world. I have spoken.
All right, heck yeah. To world peace.
To world peace.
All right, Ty. Close this out, brother. Let's get out of here.
And on that note, you guys kick ass. You guys kick ass with the new dudes. I don't have much to say except fucking keep subscribing, motherfuckers.
This is the way.
Click on the button and you can become the hero in your own story. It's time to start making the choices to change. And the evolution that you're going to do begins with choosing the next step. This is the way. And together, we're always stronger.